Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Paige, this is Seeking Alexandria, and guys, I'm gonna be talking so weird in this video and a couple videos until I get the hang of this Invisalign I just had put in my mouth. So I have super crooked teeth and they've never bothered me. I've never had like an issue so much with crooked teeth. I did when I was younger because like everybody wants perfect teeth, but as an adult I didn't care so much. I was like, look, I smile, it doesn't bother me. You guys know I smile with my teeth all the time, and I was always just like, look, these are what they are, I don't care. And then as of recently I started having a ton of crowding in the back, and I even had a tooth chip off and break back there, and it just seemed like it was time to bite the bullet and finally admit that maybe straightening out my teeth, creating the proper space for them, might not be the worst idea. So I did go ahead, I got an Invisalign just put in yesterday. My teeth are painfully sore right now, so I might be talking a little funny, and I might, like, my lips might look a little funny because this edge up here is kind of razor sharp and it's cutting my lips. So if I look a little funny while I'm talking, or if I sound a little funny, that's why. I am so sorry. It's just kind of making me bleed a little bit, so I hear this is normal, but in the meantime I'm a big old baby about it. And for those of you that have already had Invisalign and or braces, y'all, my head is off to you because this is no joke. Ow. But aside from that, you might also notice the background is different, and I'm actually pretty excited about it. I'm trying to smile through the situation, and I'm not going to dive into it too much because this is already going to be a long video. But basically, this was supposed to look different than it is right now, and someone might have went through and not exactly calculated the shelves correctly. And so I have one shelf here and two shelves up there, which you can't see. So I have to go through and figure this whole thing out, maybe put a shelf here. Like, I'm still in the process of fixing and moving and tweaking. And there was also a curtain hanging right here, a beautiful curtain, which I tripped, fell into, and is now on the ground. So like, today is off to a smashing success. I have bleeding gums, a curtain on the ground. I literally ripped the stuff out of the wall. This is all wrong. Like, it's a hot mess, but nonetheless, y'all, I want to dive into it. Listen to me rhyming. I'm like, but it's a hot mess, but nonetheless, we're gonna jump into the video. Ooh. So finally jumping into today's video, guys, what you have all been waiting for. I asked you over the weekend to send in some assumptions about me. It could have been anything. This was a no holds bar. It can be about me personally, me on YouTube, whatever your little heart desired. I asked you to go ahead and send in your assumptions. I posted it on Instagram, on Twitter, and here in the community tab on YouTube. So if you didn't see it on any of those, I apologize, but guys, I got a ton of responses. I didn't expect to get this many, if I'm being completely honest, and you guys came through. So I'm gonna do my best to dive into those today. And one of you guys down in the comments gave me the best idea. You were like, girl, why don't you fuse your get ready with me and your assumptions video, put them together? And that's what we're doing today. We're just gonna put on some makeup, have a good time, and it's really not so much about the makeup. I will go ahead and make sure to leave it all down below for you if I miss something. But yeah, let's just go ahead and dive into this. Get ready with me, and answer all your assumptions. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and start off here on the YouTube community tab, and it says, what's the top one here? I assume you get anxiety around a lot of people and you enjoy your family in small groups rather than large crowds. 100% yes, absolutely. Large crowds render me a little bit, you know, terrified. I do love small groups. I feel like you can really get to know people a lot more and just like be a lot more comfortable. Like, why wouldn't I choose comfort over severe anxiety? So yeah, I definitely choose comfort and like hanging out with small people, getting to know them real quick. That's my jam. I love it so much. Like, oh yes, small groups all the way. The next one here is you're compassionate and would do anything for the people you love. Absolutely, I would do anything for them. My only caveat is that you have to always be willing and able to help yourself, and I will help you. That's my only caveat. I'm not that person that'll be like, oh, you're not willing to do anything? Here, let me do it all. No, I believe that people have to help themselves, but if they are willing to help themselves, I am also willing to help them no matter what. And then she went on to say, no matter how big your channel grows, integrity and being humble will always be important to you. Can you tell I think you're the best? Oh my God, thank you so much. I'm like, I think I just turned red. Guys, I blush so hard when people give me compliments or are like nice to me. I turn beet red. I don't know what it is. Beet ass red. It's obnoxious. But no matter how, yes, integrity and being humble, like those are my two number ones. Like, if you change because you have success or money, I don't want anything to do with you. I believe that you are the same person no matter what. Guys, I just realized I should probably start putting on some makeup. This is the Nyx Hydratouch Primer. I'm still testing this little bad boy out. I think I used this in a first impressions. I'll link it up here for you. As far as the humble part goes, yeah, I can't even imagine. First of all, if I ever tried to not be humble, my parents would be like, check yourself, ma'am. I don't think so. Number one. Number two, I've always viewed being humble as something that like, it's irrelevant how much money you have in the bank, how successful you are. Like even at my absolute poorest I've ever been in my entire life, like no money, not $1 in my wallet, you still remain humble. Because at the end of the day, I don't really view being humble as so much a personality trait as it is just a fact. Like I don't believe that you're humble because of who you are. I believe that you're humble because you're just a part of the world and realizing that you are no better and no different than literally anyone else, regardless of how much money you have, where you're at in life, how successful you are. Like we've all been in all the places. Like we've all been what we feel is at our best, and we've all been what we personally feel is at our worst. So to sit here and think that just because like I'm up here one day puts me up here, when in reality it just means that personally I'm doing so much better than I might have personally been doing before, if that makes sense. So yeah, I think I just maybe view humble a little bit differently. Like I don't view it as a choice. Like to me it is just like, it's the way you're gonna be, and it's a very, very strict rule that I've always had with myself. So yeah, I definitely don't plan on ever changing that, whether I have 7,000 subscribers or 700,000 subscribers. I don't plan on changing that. Okay, so the next one is, I assume you are quirky in a good way and outgoing in real life like you are on YouTube. Also, I assume you are family oriented since your videos and your mother have a great bond. Ouch, my leg is asleep. I'm just gonna spot conceal real quick with a little e.l.f. Camo concealer before I go in with foundation, just so I can use a little bit less foundation, make it look a little bit more skin-like. Okay, so the first part, am I quirky? Oh yes. Like I was that girl in Bible study that would just randomly start clucking for no reason. I used to have a Bible study with a ton of my friends when I was like 22-ish or something like that. And yeah, I was always the weird one. Like I would be sitting there out of nowhere and I'd just be like, you know what's interesting about David Bowie? Like I've always been the weirdest, most noise-makey kind of person. Like my personality is so poo 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 poo. Like I have a hard time, first of all, keeping any of my thoughts in my actual head, number one. Number two, I have a very difficult time just not making random noises. So yeah, if that qualifies as quirky, girl, I'm definitely quirky. And then what was the other part? You are on YouTube. Okay, I assume you're family oriented. Yes, actually, my parents and I, and this is actually something that just in scrolling in the last 5 minutes, I have seen a lot of. My parents and I are super close. There's a lot of these about my parents and assumptions and stuff, and I'll read a couple more of them. But the long and short of it with my parents is yes, we are super close with my mom and my dad, both for different reasons though, which is interesting because I'm actually a lot like my dad. Like we think almost the exact same. It's terrifying. And so my dad and I are both very like, I don't want to say stern. We're both very like not too quote unquote emotional. So when it comes to any sort of like a life situation or anything like that, I'm just very matter of fact. So I'll end up going and asking my dad like, Dad, what do you think? And it's something that should typically be like super emotional and super distressing. And I'm over here like, Dad, I need some advice. And by advice, I just mean like, talk to me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just not a super duper emotional person like that. However, sometimes I have a brain tumor and it makes me a little bit like crazy emotional because it's a hormonal tumor. And so I'll get a little bit like, woo, and I'll be like super upset one day about something completely random. And so when I need any sort of like emotional guidance or support, that's my mother. And I'll be like, Mom, I don't know what's going on. And my mom is like, okay, honey, let's talk about it. And she's a very calming presence in my life, just very like chill all the time. Not that my dad isn't calming, but like the difference between my parents is insane. I assume you aren't prioritizing romantic relationships at the moment whilst you build up your YouTube channel. Okay, so the first part, I assume you are not prioritizing a relationship. You're right. I prioritized one for about 5-ish years, and yeah, I'm just not right now. Got out of that one a few months ago, and I'm just taking a big old break. I'm not even like taking a little break. I will straight up tell you, girl, I'm taking a big break, and I think it's definitely for the best. I think I need a break. I think like my entire being just needs a break from dating and from giving any piece of myself to someone else for right now. And you know what? I'm good with that. I know myself well enough to know that I need to take the break and to know that like this is the way it needs to be, and it's good that I'm able to take that break for myself and be okay with it and not feel unsettled and not feel like I need to rush out and get into something, because I'm definitely not ready. By the way, do you guys hear that noise in the background? I know you're gonna hear it because it is so damn loud, and I'm trying to like work around it, but they're scraping the side of the road out front and they're scraping it over and over. They've been doing it for 45 minutes and it's so laden with ice that they cannot get all of it up. So I apologize. That noise is just gonna be there. There's nothing I can do about it, and I'm sorry. Okay, what is the next one? I assume you are very independent. Yup. Very much so. I assume you're doing your eyebrows better because they look great in this pic. Oh my gosh. Okay, so first of all, I've been doing my brows a little different and I feel like it's made a huge difference. Today they don't look the best because, girl, I was just having a moment. But yes, I have been trying a ton of different brow products and just like really going through it, so thank you. And then the other one is, I assume you live in a tall, narrow house. Actually, yes, I did for like 22 years. My parents and I recently moved and I was raised in a very tall, narrow house. So yes, accurate again. You always look at the bright side of things. Yes, I try, guys, when I tell you, oh, that is something that it has taken me literally years to do. That is so hard because not only do I have like the medical side of it where I have a tumor and it can make me, because of my hormones and stuff, it can make me very hormonal, which when you're hormonal, your everything just shifts, right? Like you'll be really happy and then really sad one minute and it's like very, very swingy. And so I feel like half the time I have to counter that. And then the other half the time, like I'm just a normal person and normal people have a really hard time always focusing on the positive. So it has been something where I am always very aware. So I always try to like center myself and be like, okay, you know what? This really bad thing happened, but what's the silver lining here? For example, I remember a couple years ago, I just realized I didn't blend out my concealer and it's probably all stuck down to my face now. Whoopsie daisies. Blend, 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 blend. Like I remember a few years ago, what was that? Actually, no, that was like, what, 5 years ago? I bought a Jeep. And it was my dream Jeep. It had the best mileage. Like I was so excited. I got a killer deal on it. And I'm not shitting you, you guys. I took it home, parked it. There was a storm that night. A limb fell on my Jeep and totaled my Jeep. I had it less than 24 hours and it was completely totaled. And that's the kind of stuff where I look at that and I was like, at first I was like, are you kidding me? That was my dream Jeep. Oh my God. Oh my God. And I, you know, like you instantly have like this fire that just boils inside of you because you're so mad. And then I went, wait a second. I have insurance. Like everything's fine. And then I just told myself, like, you have to look on the bright side. On like the sucky side, was that your dream Jeep? Yep. Do you have to go and try to find it again? Yep. Will you probably find a deal that's that good again? Probably not. But you know what? At least you had insurance, and that's like the bright side of things. And so I always try to make that mental note of no matter what page, you have to do that because first of all, no one else is going to look on that bright side for you. No one else is going to do that. So just do it yourself. And I just tried to make it a habit. So anytime something bad happens, I'm always like, well, it's okay. You like to bake cookies, pastries, cakes, etc. Yup, girl, I love to bake. Baking is my jam. So the next one here is you genuinely appreciate and care about your subs. And that is completely accurate. Like for me, when I started my channel, I decided before anything ever happened, before I even had 100 subscribers, I was like, look, these people care about you. Number one, these people are investing their time, their energy, their thoughts into you, and they're coming to you and they're trusting you for your opinion, and not just your opinion, but they're ultimately trusting you with their money. So like you have to make sure that you are 100% with these people. There's never going to be a time when you even are going to sugarcoat the truth. And so I just decided a long time ago that yes, I care about you guys first and everything else has to come second, which is why like if I miss an upload or anything like that, I feel legitimately, I feel so guilty because I'm like, there's people out there waiting for me and like I couldn't make this upload and I will beat myself up over it. I'm trying to get better at that right now because I do feel like sometimes like Paige, you know, you had no control over the fact that your internet went out or little stuff like that. So I am trying to get better about it and like how much I get mad at myself, but yes, I do care about you guys more than I think you could ever know, and what you guys think of me and how you view my channel does matter. And I think that when it comes to YouTube, that's something that's so often overlooked. Like, I don't sit here and expect you guys to support me and love me and be here for me as much as you are, but I do think that it has like a two-way kind of thing going on. Like, I can't sit here as a YouTuber and expect you to support me and watch my videos and comment if I'm not up here sitting and being completely honest and upfront with you guys and genuinely caring about you, because that shows. Like, this has to be a two-way street. I have to show you guys how much I care about you and be able to support you guys in the same way that you support me. And absolutely, yes. All right, what else is here? I need to power through some of these because I'm moving slow today. I assume you love where you live with your family, and no matter how big you get on YouTube, you would never move to LA. Correct. I love it here, and I'm a Michigan girl. Like, I can't help it. I couldn't survive in LA. So that is 100% accurate. Yeah, definitely wouldn't move. I might visit. Like, I mean, let's face it, if I got invited to an event or two, like, girl, bye. But yeah, no, definitely couldn't move there. I assume you are beautiful, caring, fun to be around, and brighten everyone's day the same way you do on YouTube. You're so refreshing to the beauty community. Thanks for all you do. I'm turning red again. You just can't see it, guys. Thank you so much. My eye is watering. You assume I am beautiful, caring, and fun to be around. Okay, so first of all, as far as the fun to be around, I think that depends on your definition of fun. If you like ice cream and Netflix, hit me up. Like, that's my jam. But if you're like, girl, let's go out and party, I'm not fun. I'm that old lady that's sitting there like, what's taking so long? Girl, you need to hike that dress down. Girl, do you really want to be doing that in public? Like, I'm the mom. So yeah, I'm definitely not the most fun in those situations, but like, girl, you give me a pint of Moose Tracks and we are golden. Is Moose Tracks just like a Michigan thing? Moose Tracks ice cream? You guys heard of that? It's not just like a Michigan thing, right? Oh my God, I don't know. Like Superman ice cream? That's not a Michigan thing. Wow, I wouldn't know. I've never been anywhere else. I feel like a shut-in right now. I assume your team pineapple does not go on pizza. Oh my God, pineapple does not go on pizza. Ugh, absolutely do not. I will fight you. No, you put pineapple on my pizza. If you ruin a perfectly good pizza, I'm sorry. First of all, it's a sin. And I don't think that that's something to be taken lightly. I don't think it's something like necessarily Jesus would condemn, but like I condemn it. Absolutely not. Barf. I love pineapple. I love pizza. If you put the two together, no. No. I also love dogs. Does that mean I want dogs on my pizza? No. I assume you're a high-end makeup snob, but try to include drugstore products for the sake of your channel. Couldn't be more wrong, actually. I am, first of all, I'm a firm believer that when it comes to high-end makeup, there's a lot of times where you get what you pay for. You get high quality ingredients, you get longer wearing products, things of that nature. However, right now I'm currently using the Ulta Matte Bronzer. My concealer that I've been using constantly has been the e.l.f. Camo concealer, which is like $5 or $6. I went in today with this NYX primer, but then on the same hand, I also went in with my Dior Skin Glow. Like, I don't care the label of a product, as long as the product is good. I don't care. I assume you have a really cool mom, the kind of mom you can tell anything to and she would roll with it. You are correct. My mom has always been that woman, like when other kids needed somewhere to go, when other people didn't have moms, or when other friends needed a mom that wasn't so strict, needed a mom that would help them, that could understand, or just have someone to listen to, that has been my mom. My mom isn't just my mom, she's everyone's mom. Like, all of my friends viewed her as their mother. And so yeah, she's 100% awesome. You can tell her anything, and she's been through a lot. So she has a lot of great advice. She's just an awesome woman. Like, both my parents are awesome, but my mom is a mother to all. I'm new-ish to your channel, so you may have talked about this, but when you say you're from Michigan, I'm guessing lower Michigan. Hi, I'm a Youper. Please tell me you know what a Youper is. I live in Alaska now, but I was born and raised in the Escanaba area. I'm assuming YouTube is your full-time job because you upload so frequently. Love your spunky personality. Your channel is so much fun. Whew. Okay, first of all, Jouer blush palette right here, going in with the shade Adore Me down here. I love this shade. Oh my God. I love this palette though. Okay, to the first part of that, I'm not going to tell you exactly where I live. I am not from lower Michigan. I know exactly where Escanaba is. And yeah, no, definitely know exactly what you're talking about. I know what a Youper is. And I believe actually I would be considered a troll because, you know, trolls live under the bridge. Get it? That was free. That's just for you. Hope you get it. Oh, and as far as the other part, no, YouTube is not my full-time job. I do upload 5 days a week, which is a lot, but I also own a business with my dad. So I do look forward to the day that maybe YouTube could be my full-time job. Subscribe if you haven't already. So we're not there yet, but in the meantime, yes, I do own a business with my father. We've been in business for almost 10 years, and it's a good time. Okay, I just realized I don't have any eyeshadow on. Here I am. I'm like, wow, I'm almost done already? No, you're not, Paige. You don't have any eyeshadow on. I'm going to be busting into the Urban Decay Naked Reloaded palette right here. I do have a full review on this. I'll link it up here for you, but I'm just going to play around with some shades from this. Nothing too crazy. Also, I'm looking real low in the frame right now because I'm sitting on my booty, and this chair is really low to the ground, and so I look like a floating head. Hello, I'm still here. I assume you are a very loyal person and hardworking and you don't take shit from anyone. Correct, correct, correct. Girl, I don't have time for it. I will not do it. Absolutely not. No. I don't take shit from anybody, and I like to think I'm pretty hardworking. One of you did ask me in here, like, what is my kind of breakdown as far as time I spend on YouTube or like working on my channel, and it's anywhere from like 35 to 50 hours a week. And I know that's a big span, but it does depend on what launches there are, how long my videos are. This week, for example, has been a longer week. It'll probably be like in the 40 to 45 hour range as far as how much time I spend both filming and then editing and getting my products in and setting everything up and working on like this whole deal. So it'll be a longer one just because the content that I'm reviewing has been a little bit more like substantial. And then in addition to that, the work side of things, like in my quote unquote real life, is probably 50 to 60 hours a week. So yeah, not much time for anything but this and that, which is good. I'm all about like working and hopefully one day having that pay off and putting that kind of out into the world, and hopefully things work out. So yeah, no, definitely ain't got time for that business. Ain't happening. I ain't got time for shit. That's what I'm talking about. I assume you are an only child and never been married yet. Okay, no, I am not an only child. I actually have 3 siblings, 2 sisters and a brother. And then I have never been married. Correct. I have never been married, and I'm not looking to do that anytime in the near future. My assumption is you're more of a dog person than a cat person. Ooh. Oh, I better get into the eyeshadow for this one, because that's a rough start. You're trying to trick me, and I can feel it. Ugh. All right, so here's the deal. First of all, I love both cats and dogs. I'm just a huge animal lover in general. I get it from, well, both my parents are huge animal lovers, but my mom is like a cat whisperer. It's ridiculous. Like, the cats just flock to her. Like Ace Ventura, they just like my mom sings, and all the animals, cats, dogs, birds, pigeons, it doesn't matter. They all just like flock to her. It's ridiculous. So I do love all animals. It comes very naturally. Both my parents are great with animals. But as far as which one I love more, I love them both, but for different reasons. Like, I gravitate more in real life towards dogs, and that's just because dogs are so much more friendly. Like, I can walk up to little Hazelbean, which is our big rescue dog. If you don't know, she's a big old bottle of just adorableness. She does have like an actual mental defect, so she's not 100% like mentally there. But as far as being the sweetest, most lovable, most adorable little creature on this entire planet, we love her. We could not love her more. And like, I can walk up to her and she's laying down, and I can like snuggle with her, and I can be like, oh, I love you so much, and I can just like love her. You know what I mean? Like, when you just get so excited and you're like, I love you, you know, I can do that with my dogs. So yeah, as far as the answer to the question, which I just tried to skate around for like 5 minutes, I'm not so much more a dog person. I just love them because you can snuggle and cuddle and love on them so much. But like the cat, it's like, I just want to flick you sometimes because you're so cute and I love you, but you won't let me love you. You know what I mean? So I love both, but like, yeah, I tend to get more affectionate with dogs. But only because they let me. Kitty cat, if you would let me, girl, I would love you so much. Okay, so my daughter assumes you like to read a lot because you use scholastic words. I am writing exactly in her words. She also assumes that your favorite color is either purple or blue. We watch you every morning, by the way. We love you. Oh my god! So first of all, that is the cutest thing ever. I do love to read. I've always been a reader. I haven't been able to much lately just because, well, as I just explained, I don't have a ton of time, but I do love to read. Favorite author is Jodi Picoult. I think that she is fantastic. And also, my favorite color is purple or blue. Actually, those are my 2 favorite colors. You are right. My favorite color has been blue since like the beginning of time. And then as an adult, I like kind of morphed into like loving this pinky blue kind of undertone, or like a duochrome between purple and blue. So pretty. Okay, now it's my turn. I assume it would be so fun to go shopping with you. It would be bad for the 2 of us. I'll convince you to buy stuff and you'd convince me to buy stuff, and I don't need much convincing. Okay, so number 1, me either. You're right, we would be the worst people to go shopping with. Yeah, I'm awful when it comes to that. Like, I'm that person that I'm like, well, we're shopping. Like, that's what you do. You buy stuff. What do you mean you don't need it? What do you mean you don't need the clearance strainer? What do you mean you don't need the cookie sheet that's on clearance? Like, guys, when I tell you my number 1 weakness when I'm out shopping is clearance cookware. I don't even know what half of it does, and I'm like, I need it because it's shiny and it stirs things. Yeah. I assume that you're super funny since you make my ass laugh every single day. Okay. That's good. I like that. Because I do try to, like, I don't want to say I try to be funny because like I'm just me naturally, but I make a really intense effort on camera to never dull down myself. Like, I just try to let you guys see me and all my weirdness, and like if you vibe with that, then right on. So I do, like, that makes me smile. For some reason, I assume that you are tall. I always got that impression. I am 5'7". So I'm not like tall, but I'm also not short. I assume you use humor to mask mental and physical pain. P.S. I'm glad I found your channel. Okay, so for that one, I would have to say, I don't think that I use it to quote unquote mask the physical and mental pain, but I do believe that I use humor as a tool to cope, absolutely. And to get through like the shittiest of days, because it's the closest thing I have in my arsenal. I think that as humans, we are designed to use what makes sense to us to cope with life. And by that I mean, like, people use anything as a vice, right? Like, if you are a workaholic, you'll use work to get away from life. If you are such an avid reader that you can't get out of your books, you will use books as a way to escape. Like, we as people, we use natural things or things that come natural to us to escape from life. And I don't think that there's anything crazy about that per se. I do think that, you know, you always have to make sure that you're doing it in a healthy way. I think for me, I use humor because it is very natural to me to just be funny and just be myself. So I do think that to some extent, we as people, we just use whatever we know, like what's intrinsic to us. And we kind of live in that. Now, do I use it to mask it? I don't think I use it to mask my pain. I think that I use it as a way to get by, or to make situations seem a little less scary or a little less shitty than they might be in that given moment. And I just always try to make sure that no matter what I'm doing, even if I am being humorous, which is great and everything, but I always have to remember that at the end of the day, like, that problem is still going to be there. I still have to face whatever that is. And so for me, that's just really important to kind of always remember and like recenter myself around, like, yes, this is a big serious issue. It's okay to make light of it. It's okay to cope with it and maybe like circle back to it. But like at the end of the day, girl, like you have to make sure that you are circling back, because otherwise you're just creating numerous crutches. And like, where's that going to get you? Nowhere good. You have to be able to handle and like deal with stuff. All right, you guys, that is the end of this video. I was going to go do my hair, and then I was like, you know what I don't want to do today? My hair. So I went ahead and threw it up into a big ball, and I just wanted to come on here, close out this video. Ow, and I can't get comfortable. Okay, that's a little bit better. Wow, I'm just like having one of those off weird, like I'm uncomfortable in every sitting position ever kind of moments. And also my lips are bleeding a little bit on the inside here, so I'm gonna go and attend to this and try not to cry. But guys, I just wanted to say thank you so much for sending in all of your assumptions and for being so awesome. And also I just wanted to throw out there that this video would not have happened if one of you fabulous people would not have left it in the comments. So always feel free, leave your ideas and thoughts down there. Leave whatever new products you're curious about down there. And guys, I'm always diving in and looking for your thoughts, opinions, and suggestions. So be sure to leave all of your thoughts down there. Don't forget, you can also follow me on Instagram and on Twitter. They're linked down below in the description. And also you can subscribe if you have not yet. I upload 5 videos a week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. They go up bright and early between 6 and 7 a.m. here in Northern Michigan. And that is it, you guys. Thank you all so much for watching. Please do not forget to have a great day, night, weekend, whatever it is when you're watching this, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Okay, all right, what's happening? Oh yeah, she's red. Oh. Hello everybody, welcome back to I'm a big old baby. I'm a big old baby. Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto. Domo, domo, And asked you guys over the weekend, what are some of the, ow, my lip just caught. Oh God. Okay, you know what, Paige? I hate to break it to you, but putting the mic stand directly in front of you isn't gonna help anything. Okay. I asked you over the weekend on Instagram, on Twitter, and on here. Oh wait, what? And on here on